Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Eagles, long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field for the first possession of the game. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So after the first down run, here's second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. All right, guys, let's chat for a minute about Marshall. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the move.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run the option. Leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Marshall got that running game going on the last play. Let's see what they have here. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Finds a man on the left. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that is just what you want. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss. put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Touch pass on the run. Trying to get it in. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd!
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Eastern Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting we got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And this one will be stopped for no gain. A step back here and look big picture for Eastern Michigan. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Got a man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Eagles want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. It's complete on the right side. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're facing a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to do it on the ground. Turning it on. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10.
And it's a good choice because he gets it, but I think it's a good choice all the time. When you get towards midfield, you got to be aggressive. It's about scoring points. 4th and inches, I can get inches. I've worked on this. I've practiced this. Nice job by the offense. I like the aggressiveness.
Man down on the play as the officials... to let him be checked out. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. On the move, it's Webb. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's long. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Under fire. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. He'll ride his man on the option. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Finds a good hold there and gets 4 to give them a little breathing room out to the 5. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Eastern Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this game, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. And there he goes. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Great place to start for this offense. Here comes the option. Quick toss. Wide open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. UCLA is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Terry Donahue, this has not been a blowout today inside the Rose Bowl.
How do you stream CFB 26?
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, I'm out of space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Creates a little room. Makes him talk to the hand. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Got his man quickly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. He'll keep it himself. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Now on the option. Now the toss. He breaks a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Thundering Herd coming off that huge run might bring a little more thunder this time. Takes a hit as he fires. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. That's caught. It's White. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. There he goes. He now has 79 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Little. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Unloads quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Eagles line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Makes his man miss. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. To the air, it's Bullock. Fires to the big fella. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Crawford. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gonna swing it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Eagles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Leaves it with the back. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Eagles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The sure hands, it's Little. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Eagles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Running the red zone, it's Crawford. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. The screen, he can go. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Now on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the second half on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Eastern Michigan going fast.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The kick is on its way. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the oath. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off play action on first down. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to throw. It's long. Setting up the screen. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on second and long. Looking to fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Oh, what a missed opportunity for this defense. They desperately needed to make a play, and they just can't do it.
Reese, that's the kind of night it's been. We can just watch that clip on replay to show how frustrating of a day it's when you're already got in a big hole, everything's going the other direction, you have to make a play, and that kind of play happens. Man, that is frustration to the max.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on second and goal. He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Pocket breaking down. And a sack all the way back at the 5. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. They took the 3 on that last possession, and now they'll try to get it back on the onside kick. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Is incomplete. It's now 2nd down.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Long. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that 1st down marker. Under fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Runs through the tackle. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the 1st down. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the 1st time tonight. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
They'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking left. It's complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Bringing the heat. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Marshall needs a near miracle on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Fox. Makes the pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll run it from the gun. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Let's step back here and look big picture for Eastern Michigan. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on. They gotta win. They gotta do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 2nd down coming up. Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Wallace. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Back to pass. It's Bullock. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Get it out on the screen. It's a seam wide open. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. This time, he's got it. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting it 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Nestled just inside that right upright. They pulled a little closer, now down 20-13. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it in the middle, it's Jennings. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, better look out. Turning on the Jets. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Bullock. Gets it out fast. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles!
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Blue.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
At the 35, he's open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's White. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Dropping back, it's Fox. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Marshall will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and short kick. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Little. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. And the Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Caught over the middle. It's Little. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. This for the lead and very likely the win. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to win.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.